Welcome to Growth Happens in the Dirt, a journey through brain injury recovery and the science of healing. Chapter 11 Relationships, Healing Rifts. Adapt yourself to the life you have been given and truly love the people with whom destiny has surrounded you. Marcus Aurelius. I came out of the planned suicide attempt with a new perspective and a few crutches that I had been abstaining from previously. I started smoking again, briefly, and enjoyed it, and managed only 3 weeks off my ADHD medication before I felt as if things were wobbling and I couldn't focus. But the antidepressants and the pain medication remained out of the house. My new perspective had enlightened me that I didn't need to be perfect, and I never was. It was time to work on healing the broken parts of my life, not just my brain. My husband and I listened to a marriage podcast together to see if we could find our way back from the violent fighting, the risk of divorce, and the wedge that the injury had driven between us. The most memorable story talked about was the fox and the hedgehog. The wily fox performs all sorts of tricks to get to the hedgehog. Yet the hedgehog does just one thing. It tucks up into a ball. In a relationship, we may try many different approaches to heal the rift. Date nights, counselling, books, endless conversations on the couch. Just like the fox, we try lots of tricks to heal. Yet the point of the story was that in a marriage, be the hedgehog. The one thing that will save the relationship is love. Love on both sides. If you love someone, just do that. I asked my husband after we listened to the show, "Do you love me?" He nodded, taking my hand and saying, "Do you love me?" My eyes exploded with tears. Yes, yes, I do love you. He smiled. Then let's start again. The walls of my heart came down, not only because I knew that he loved me, but after everything, he was still willing to start again. The power of love. With this new love perspective, I started to realign my daily goals. Instead of having a to-do list, I would choose 3 things that were important for me for the next day, and just do that. I started using the hedgehog mentality with my kids and communicating when I needed a brain break. When I was grumpy, I would very quickly tell my family, "It's not you, I just need a rest." This open communication without the emotion enabled me to get the space I needed without creating a storm in the teacup. Tools, relationships with others. This journey is not just yours. If you have family or friends, this journey is for all of you. The truth of a brain injury is that you will change. You may not be the person you were, but you can be different, yet better. It is vital that they know where you are along each step of the way. Tools. If you have children, your advocate or specialist must explain to the children what is happening with your brain. They need to understand that the mood swings are not about them, to understand that mum, dad, they're needing a brain break and what that means and why. You may say, "I need a brain break because my brain is sore." This will avoid them feeling as though it is their fault that you are emotionally out of control. Small people especially feel as though every mood you have is something that they have done. So it's critically important to communicate how you are feeling and why. They don't become your counsellor. You may like to use the formula of 1, I'm feeling, insert your emotion. You haven't done anything wrong. 2, I need a brain break and then I will feel better. Another way to include small children in the rehabilitation process is some ideas are 1, throw a tennis ball back and forth, and this helps your eye function. 2, play a balance game, see who can balance the longest on one leg, then switch. 3, give them a pair of headphones and get them to sit in the cupboard with you and listen to relaxing music. 4, do cross crawls, seated or bear crawls on the floor, and this helps to activate your brain. 5, if you are physically able to, play with them. Go for a walk, play tag, anything that will get your heart rate elevated, and include them in the journey. Your language about your injury is very important. Tell them that every day your brain is getting better. Let your children know there is light at the end of the tunnel. If you are unable to drive or participate in normal activities, explain to them why. Even the youngest child will react better with an explanation and the knowledge that your inability to show up is not about them, it is because of your brain. Tools for your partner and family members. To create certainty in your relationships, those around you must be involved in the journey with you. It is crucial that they understand the symptoms of a brain injury and know your triggers. It's important that whoever you live with knows the mood swings are not about them. It may be beneficial to create a list of your triggers and symptoms so your partner and family know what to look for and what needs to happen when you start to become symptomatic. For example, if being around groups of people make you feel tired and angry, let them know. Or if going to the supermarket makes you feel tired and anxious, let them know. Having a game plan will help you long term. A useful technique that doesn't spur emotion is to get your partner or family members to ask you how you are out of 10. How tired are you out of 10? How much does your head hurt out of 10? If it gets to 6 out of 10, your partner or family knows that it's time for you to have a brain bath. If you know triggers, then you can plan. For example, 1, talking or listening for more than 10 minutes makes me tired. Therefore, I will communicate this and go for a brain break. 2, driving makes me feel sick. Can you drive for me for now? 3, socializing is too much. Can you go on your own this time? Communication on all levels is so vital, but the best thing your family can do is to be a physical teddy bear. Even though your rational brain may want to talk about how you are feeling, encourage family members to just sit quietly and give you a cuddle. Remember that whoever you love did not cause this. Remember that whoever you love did not cause this. Be the hedgehog. Just love. Following the one thought that I love this person will help you to use your brain bathing techniques when you are starting to get angry, rather than your family members becoming punching bags. A useful technique is to just allow yourself to communicate those brain breaks. Allow yourself to communicate with them that you need time out when you're feeling triggered. Tools. Know your love language. Knowing your love language, created by Gary Chapman, can help you with your recovery process. This can also help with creating your safety net in all social interactions and relationships. The 5 types are: 1, compliments. You enjoy people telling you how much you are loved or what a good job you are doing. 2, acts of service. You enjoy people doing things for you. 3, quality time. You enjoy spending time with those you love. 4, physical touch. You enjoy being hugged or massaged. 5, receiving gifts. You enjoy getting presents. It is worth understanding during your concussion journey how you feel love so that you can communicate this to your family. Tools: being quiet and being okay. If you were a person who used to fill the space with conversation, going through concussion can be such a trying time. You may now feel uncomfortable in social situations for 2 reasons. 1, you find it hard to think of what to talk about. 2, you may be worried about saying the wrong thing. Just know that there are people in the world who are quiet, and this is okay. We do not have to fill the gaps. Just like animals, we can be at peace with others without having to talk all the time. What people sense is your inner emotion versus the words. So being calm internally, knowing that you are allowed to be quiet, is a gift. And this can really help you in social situations where talking and listening can be tiring. I said to a client of mine, it's like being a pet, like your dog or your cat. You can just be there without having to contribute to the conversation, but physically you are part of things. Thank you for listening to Chapter 11 of Growth Happens in the Dirt, which is now available on Amazon in paperback and also in Kindle. I hope this helps you and your family in some way. Keep shining.